Good afternoon and welcome back to Trailfinders Sports Club. It's round 12 of the PWR and our host Trailfinders are taking on Harlequins in the Take-Off 2. We're expecting plenty of fans here today. Harlequins top of the table, fresh after their big game 16 win last week at the Allianz Stadium. Trailfinders mid-table looking for another win, and it's been 4 weeks since they played. I spoke to the coaches earlier on, and here's what they had to say. Barney, New Year, big game today against Quins. You played them earlier in the season. What are you expecting from them today?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, they're sat top of the table for good reasons. They're playing some really good rugby, but no, it's again, we want to play against the best team, so it'll be a good test.
It's been 4 weeks since your last game. That was against Extras of Chiefs, so a second in the table. How much does that impact having such a long period between matches?
It's been good and it's been bad in certain ways as well. So no, it's been good. Girls got to go home for Christmas, got a bit of time off, reset kind of thing. So second half of the season. But yeah, obviously we haven't played a game now in 4 weeks, which is not ideal. But again, we've got some good training under our belt.
And then in terms of the squad today, it's largely unchanged from the last couple of matches. How important is that consistency coming into this last part of the season?
Yeah, obviously consistency is key in any kind of team sport, I think. Again, we've got a good squad of players where we can, like, obviously with a few injuries, a few people have come in. But again, yeah, we're consistent.
All the best today. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, thank you.
Ross, New Year, top of the table in round 12. How good does this look going for the next couple of months?
Yeah, look, it's nice to be top of the table. We realise how important each game is, and today is another big game for us. You know, Ealing's a good side; they've got some good players in their side, so each game for us is just focus on that. We don't focus too much on the league table.
Last weekend, big game, 18,000, a world record for a club attendance in the women's game. Just how important is that game for Harlequins and growing the women's game in general?
Oh, it's enormous. You know, it's brilliant to get a world record crowd, as you say, of 18,000. It's amazing for the players to have the opportunity to play at the home of rugby, and what a day it was for the club, and it's something we're extremely proud of. But as you said, like that was last week. We all focus on this week now. A completely different challenge, and one we're excited about.
You've had some big scoring games against Trailfinders in the past. What do you make of them this season?
Yeah, look, it's always one of those games. Look, relatively local derby, isn't it? And you know, players tend to sort of swap clubs between Quins and Ealings at times. So, yeah, look, it's always a big game against Ealing. It's always a tricky game, and you know, in the past, you'd argue they probably got the better of us. So, you know, we got a good challenge ahead of us today.
Ross, thanks for talking to us. All the best today. Cheers.
Brilliant. Cheers, Scott. Thanks.
Well, another chilly day here at Trailfinders Sports Club. Scott Evan here for you on commentary all afternoon, and I'm delighted to say Trailfinders star and top point scorer this season, Emma Taylor, is joining me in the commentary box. Emma, how's things?
Yeah, not bad. I'm happy to be here. Excited.
And you are injured at the moment. Talk us through what's been going on.
I am, unfortunately, yeah. So I suffered an MCL tear last game before Christmas against the Chiefs, but I'm on the mend. So just currently, I'd say about a third of the way through my rehab. So yeah, keep myself busy anyway.
Well, keeping yourself busy in the commentary box today. Plenty to talk about across the league this weekend. Let's take a look at some of the other fixtures coming up over the next 24 hours or so. Well, Trailfinders against Harlequins here today, 6th versus 1st. Leicester Tigers taking on Sale Sharks as well. Tigers looking to bounce back from their loss to Harlequins in the big game at Allianz Stadium last weekend. And then Bristol Bears against Gloucester Hartpury. Gloucester Hartpury and Bristol Bears. Well, Bristol playing Ilona Mayer for her first game, hopefully off the bench in that one tomorrow afternoon, and then Loughborough Lightning against Saracens tomorrow as well. This is round 12, and Harlequins at the top of the table. Emma, they've had a great season so far. They're looking for their 9th consecutive win. What have you made of them so far this season?
Yeah, it's good to see them back on the top. When I actually played over at Saracens in the 2021 season, they actually won the Prem. We ended up playing them in the final, so I know they've been rebuilding a bit since then. So yeah, they have, I just describe it as the kind of threats all over the field. Obviously everybody's always looking at Ellie Kildun, World Player of the Year, who every time she has the ball in hand is a threat, but they also have a back row that anytime they're around the ball, they're poaching threats. So they have strong ball carriers like Jade Conkle in the back row. I think she's like one of the highest carriers in the league at the moment. So they're very strong all over, like really consistent.
Let's take a look at some of those players then. This is the Trailfinders starting lineup, and for them there are 3 changes to the starting 15 that lost to Exeter Chiefs 4 weeks ago. Canadian international Rory Wood signed this week and comes straight into the starting lineup, joining the experienced Kat Evans and Olivia Leatherman in the front row. In the engine room, Shia Pinnock's in there with Tyson Bukeboom. While there's a change in the back row with Abby Burton moving to blindside, Annabelle Meta coming into the starting lineup at 7, and Captain Kate Zachary continuing at number 8. There's only 1 change in the backs though, with Chloe Rolly getting another start at fullback, while Julia Shell and Katie Mattinson continue their halfback pairing, with Abby Dow hunting for more tries on the wing. Harlequins then, let's take a look at their starting 15. They're out onto the pitch first. The front row remains unchanged for them, with Lizzie Hanlon, Connie Powell, the top try scorer, and Sylvia Tarani teaming up once again. Abby Fleming moves from the back row to the second row, joining Caitlin Leaney. This leaves room for the experienced Harriet Miller-Mills to come into the back row alongside Alex Callender, Jade Conkle, the captain. The backs are unchanged from the 7 that took to the pitch at the Allianz Stadium last week. Claudia Pena impressed with 2 tries in that big game and continues her centre partnership with Langi Tuima, World's 15s Player of the Year. Ellie Kildunn also bagged a brace last week and will offer her typical threat from fullback once again. Plenty of stories to be told. This game headlined as the takeoff to a London derby. Our referee today, Hamish Grant. Round 12 of the PWR about to get underway, and Julia Shell lifts off for us. That bounces nicely into touch, so we're going to start things with a Harlequins line-out.
Yeah, it's a great kick by Julia Shell. Put some pressure on Quins, make them get a clean ball here, probably exit.
Powell, first chance to test these wind conditions, well taken off the top by Miller-Mills. Big drive, Conkle into contact for Harlequins. Packer looking to get it away. Penalty for Harlequins.
Yeah, it looks like a not rolling away penalty. Jade Conkle doing what she does best and carrying hard, and looks like it took about 2 Trailfinders players to bring her down, trapping them in the ruck.
There's some of the Trailfinders replacements as well, trying to keep warm. Never know when you're going to be called upon in these sorts of conditions. Fortunately, not as breezy as it was a month ago against Sale Sharks here.
I will never forget that game.
We were just talking, weren't we, about how windy it was for your kicks off the tee.
Yeah, I was saying, I think when we scored a try in the 5 meters, I have never taken a conversion from that sort of angle just to give myself any hope of making it. But yeah, it was wild.
Quinn driving forward hard here. Almost up to the Trailfinders 22. There's Fleming. Breaks 1 tackle. Up to the 22 now. And Tuima pulls it back. Looking to whip it out wide to Newman. Trying to skip round Shell, who makes the tackle. Packer over to Callender. Forward muscle for Harlequins, inching them forward. Whistle just blown. We've got a player down, and it looked like we were going to come that way.
Yeah, that looks like Annabelle Meta down.
Meta with a try in the last game for Trailfinders here against Exeter Chiefs. Picked up a bonus point in the last minute with that try.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal all season, and just a young player. I think she's 20, not even, 19, 20. Yeah, just her potential is actually through the roof.
Well, this was the collision. Just looked like an awkward twist to the right knee for Meta. Back to her feet though.
Yeah, it looks like maybe her shoulder.
Yeah, the way she landed, to me, she was wriggling around the leg. I thought it might be a knee, but she just did a bit of stretching.
Yeah, I think the wriggling of the legs is normally like a
I'm in pain.
pain. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever it was uncomfortable. You've obviously been rehabbing over the last 4 weeks, but how much of an impact does a 4-week gap between games have on a squad and coming into the next fixture like this?
Yeah, I think, like, I don't know, sometimes people think momentum is kind of the best thing. You know, sometimes when you have a couple games off, couple weeks off, it takes a little while to get like back into rhythm, but you know, letting the bodies rest and having a chance to actually recover and get some of the nigglies out of the way. Yeah.
So, Meta, 2 minutes into this one, making way for Grace Moore.
This is the second time, I guess, Grace Moore came off the bench for me as well, 7 minutes into the Chiefs game. So she actually played really well when she came on. So she's a good impact. Excited to see her out there.
We're starting things with the scrum. Packer going down the blind side. Kildun hot stepping. Makes a few metres, and now again with the forwards for Harlequins. Penalty coming. Well,
Yeah, I think we'll just see a lot of that from Quins all day, won't we? Just hard runners, forwards, like they're just so strong, and Trailfinders going to have to get off that line hard and start making some good chops and try to turn the ball over.
good take from the line out. Powell at the back trying to drive this forward, looking for that momentum inside.
Good maul defense.
Another release. Tuima has to go on her own. Not many numbers out wide. Kildun is the sole back lurking. Charging again up against the line, and there's the first score of the game. Driving forward with Tirani. And Quins open up the score sheet.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's how they scored the first try of the game. Like I said, their forwards are dynamic and strong. Trailfinders did a really good job there to stop the maul. To be honest, I thought that was great maul defense. But yeah, we're going to have to try to find a way to stop these hard runners.
Great leg drive and reach to extend the arms. Just managing to break through that double tackle.
Not going to be able to zoom in all right there.
So, Tuima. Always so good off the tee. A very relaxed nudge between the uprights. Trailfinders 0, Harlequins 7. Typical Harlequins try to start the game. Dow with the chase.
Yeah, it was another really well-placed kick by Julia Schell.
Oh, breaking through. Harlequins with some momentum. Great offload, and down the blind side they go once again. Charging forward, can they get over the line? Shell was there. Rolly managing to snatch the offload with the kick away as well, and does so much pressure. And it was a superb break for Harlequins, but great defensively from Trailfinders.
Looks like Quinn's player, I don't know if that's Alex Callender, that just got that offload. He's very injured on the pitch there.
Great support, wasn't it?
Honestly, it was brilliant break by Connie Powell. She's so quick, and really good support. Great chase down there by Julia Sheldo as well. Really good defense. God, you hate to see two players go down this early in the game, don't you?
Yeah, it's not good, is it? And it looks like we are getting the stretcher on, which is not good to see. Connie Powell with that initial break, showing all that speed. There's a lovely link as well. Plenty of support here today as well, starting the new year as they mean to go on.
Yeah, there's a nice little crowd out. Lots of kids here today. So, yeah, you hate them seeing these injuries. But yeah, hopefully lots of game left, and nice to see the next gen down here checking out the rugby.
Well, we're looking at potential injury enforced replacement here. It's not a bad time of the game to come on as a replacement, is it? You've done all your warm-ups, you're practically ready to go, particularly in these chilly conditions. We did think maybe there might be a bit of snow today, but looks like that'll be coming later on this evening.
Yeah, I wonder, you know, even if the pitch is probably a bit harder than expected as well. Sometimes playing these conditions, it just feels like a bit more slippery out there, but yeah, you always have to be ready to go on for this exact reason. But
In terms of Trailfinders' tactics today then, Emma, are there any particular areas you think they might be trying to exploit Harlequins?
I think for us, like, we've more been focusing on you know, playing in the right areas of the pitch, less about kind of exploiting them in one area. You know, big focus for us has been trying to keep the penalty count down, letting a team, you know, like Quins, who have a good kicker like Langy, like good kick per touch, trying to keep them out of our 22 is always the goal. Obviously, the more pens you give away, the harder it is, you know, keep teams out of kind of their scoring range. So yeah, just that'd be the main focus. But yeah, just playing in the right areas of the pitch, having some, you know, good game management, exiting when it's time to get out of our end and not overplaying. I think teams know that we are very much a team that loves to play and that we can score from our own 22. But yeah, just trying to minimize the risk versus reward. But looks like she is up on her own terms, which is definitely very positive news. Always scary when you see a stretcher going out onto the pitch, isn't it?
So replacement on for Quins. So line out to get us back underway. Maya Mueller on the field for Harlequins.
I actually think she was playing hook maybe last time we played Quinn, so she's coming on in the back row.
Yeah, she is very versatile. I think she started her playing career out on the wing at points as well, and she's slowly moved in, but can play hooker.
I'm always jealous of those players who started as backs and they come into the forwards and they're just so quick.
All that speed and versatility, and Harlequins using it to good effect here. Tuima in support. Now looking to move it. Coming in off the wing with Wilcott. Dow in there with the tackle. Another forward drive. Looking to use that power, that muscle. Packer getting it to Powell. Looking for her 8th try of the season, Connie Powell. Quins driving again. That's good defence from Trailfinders. Now they might just try and whip this one out wide. A lot of bodies in there, and Quins are in there with their 2nd try. Wriggling their way over.
Yeah, again, it's nothing fancy, is it? It's just hard runners. Trailfinders were looking good on defense there. Some good double tackles, knocking them back. It looked like, I thought this was actually held up, but obviously it wasn't. But yeah, a good defensive stout, but yeah, just hard runners by Quins. It's going to be tough to shut them down all day.
Well, it was Claudia Pena with the try. Her 3rd in 2 games. Only 20 years of age. She's certainly one to watch.
She, in our the Peterborough warm-up game, she actually stiff-armed me onto my butt. My first tackle of the game. She is very, deceivingly very strong. So yeah, I'm really impressed by her.
You'll have to get her back at some point, I'm sure. Lovely conversion again from Tuima.
Both of her kicks have looked really effortless, haven't they?
It's really relaxed the way she just kind of wallops it. Straightforward nudge. And a well finished try to boot. Penalty, Trailfinders.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say this is the 3rd kind of receipt by Quins, and they haven't kicked out of their end yet. They've played out the last 2 kickoffs. Obviously, they've been rewarding, so it was interesting, to see them play out again, especially when it was a kicker that actually received that kick. I thought she might put it straight back, but good territory here for Trailfinders.
First entry into the 22 for Trailfinders. Good nudge from Thompson. Kat Evans, all her experience, to Zachary at the front. Good line-out option. Well, we've seen Trailfinders score a few of these drives so far this season. Kat Evans picking up 2 tries against Chiefs in very similar conditions, and Zachary in there for support. Now looking to release Mattinson. Oh, Cooksey can't quite get there. It's knocked on, but we're coming back for the earlier penalty.
Yeah, that was a good drive by Trailfinders, really patient. Obviously, if you're not going to score, the next best thing is drawing a pen, so wonder if they'll go for the line out again here. It looks like it.
There's a bit of a breeze on the pitch today, but nothing too challenging. This was the pass out wide from Shelton Cooksey. They already had the penalty, they knew the advantage was coming. That's off the top this time. Lovely take, and driving again and peeling away, and Quins walking backwards and storming through, and that's another Kat Evans try. Trailfinders on the scoreboard.
Yeah, just a really simple take at the front. Doesn't look like Quins are contesting. I know it's Trailfinders, aren't contesting the 22 as well, so kind of works for both sides. Obviously, defensively lets them set up, but yeah, great drive by Trailfinders. Like I said, nice and patient. Kat Evans doing what she does best, throwing the ball in and finishing off that drive with a little try.
Well, we teed her up, didn't we? We said she'd scored a couple like that this season, and right on cue, she peeled off. Quins were not looking. I love the finesse in which she slid in as well. Takes some practice. Somebody that's done that a few times this year.
I was going to say, that is not her first rodeo, that's for sure.
Shell off the tee. Got the tee back this week, of course. Emma, you were up here on comms duty. How do the backs feel about you taking the conversions?
Honestly, Julie Shell, she doesn't mind at all. She actually loves me kicking. She's one of my candid teammates. Yeah, actually, honestly, no one cares. They all think it's great, giving the forwards a chance.
I think fly halves don't mind it, do they? Because it gives them an opportunity to focus on game management elsewhere.
Yeah, see, look, that was a brilliant kick by Julia Shell. Yeah, she's such a good kick out of hand, so that's what they do best. I don't do any of that, so.
Leaning. Nice take, getting the line out. Powell at the back. This Quins machine moving into the Trailfinders half. Packer at the back is marshalling things and now looks to release with Powell the fly half linking the backs. Kaylee Powell out to Kildunu. Grubbers that one forward. Shell, of course, there in the backfield cleaning things up. Kaylee Powell fancying a run on her own. Tuima stepping in at first receiver. Pulled it back and whipping it out wide, and there's Newman skipping. Grace White with the tackle. There's Conkle. Lovely offload into the hands of Fleming. Packer is there.
Yeah, Quins are showing us a bit of versatility here as well, aren't they? Look, we'll see that missed pass out to the wing quite a bit today, I think. So yeah, they have these hard runners up in the forwards, but then they have the ability to spin the ball wide. That's what's making them such a big threat at the moment.
Happy with Tuima. Just a late offload to the forwards, and she's back again, pulling it back. Kenya, and that pass, that missed pass, missing everyone, and into touch.
Yeah, to me, not to criticize Quinn's attack, but that was a basic hands for me. I think she didn't have to do that missed pass. She could have just passed it to the one beside her and just did a little 2-on-1. But hey, what do I know?
Off the top, Burton. Whipped out by Mattinson and Shell. Lining things up. On, and Kaylee Powell is there. Gets it to Kildun, of course she does, who will put boot to ball end over end, and that is rolling deep and rolling off the end of the field of play. So we're going to come all the way back into the Quins half.
Yeah, just a bit too much sauce on that one. Good kick by both. Lisa Thompson just to kind of put pressure on, put the ball up the middle, make them turn their backs a bit. I think the right idea was there by Ellie Kildun, obviously just a bit hard.
Scrum time for Trailfinders.
Yeah, scrums will look pretty even so far. Both sides look strong.
It's a lovely looking scrum, isn't it? Zachary away from the base. Thompson and grubbering through Shell. A lot of green shirts chasing after this and maybe sniffing out a potential turnover here. This is great from Trailfinders. There they are, back in possession on the 5-metre line, looking to peel away. Mattinson releasing, oh that's high. Leatherman in there with the carry. The forwards in support. And again, Zachary just shunted backwards. Needed a bit more depth and Shell calling for it. Pinnock is there with the drive. Mattinson releasing quickly. They have numbers over here. Trailfinders, Thompson with the fend. Great read by Quins in defence.
Yeah, Quins are doing a good job here.
It's a bit scrappy. Penalty. Trailfinders rewarded.
Yeah, again, that all started with just a nice little kick through by Julia Shell. Put it nicely on the 5-metre line and just making Quins play out of there.
The chase as well, the 6 players in green shirts tearing after it, and they could almost sense blood, couldn't they, when the breakdown came?
Yeah, exactly. It was a nice counter ruck, something that we focus on quite a bit, just the fire through, perfect opportunity, really good read, and here we are, another scoring opportunity.
Pinnock on the top of the line out. Here's the drive, it's got the momentum. Trailfinders lurking. Trailfinders with a second try on 18 minutes.
Looks like Kat Evans again, maybe.
Well, we'll see it once again on the replay. It was Pinnock on the top of the line out. Just see Evans there at the back. Hands on the ball. White shirts around, but she would not be stopped at that point. This is it from the corner, and an easy finish.
Looks like it might have been Tyson Bukaboom there.
Well, Kat Evans can't have all the fun, can she?
No, she can't, but that was honestly such a great drive by Trailfinders. Nice tight line out, like I said, just a nice simple option. Really good call, and as said, it all started with a nice little kick just behind from Julia Shell.
It's something you spoke about earlier as well, as the conversion attempt just pushed wide in terms of playing in the right areas of the pitch and keeping Harlequins pinned back on their 5-metre line proved very effective.
Yeah, there's like one thing I always say about Julia Shell, obviously biased. I've played with her kind of on the national team as well, and she's just, I always say she's like one of the best people at turning, making something out of nothing. So she's really good at seeing those just little opportunities, and yeah, just playing in the right area of the pitch right now.
Trailfinders 10, Harlequins 14. 20 minutes played. It's been a great opening quarter.
I think I jinxed her there. Maybe not the best clearance kick, but yeah, be up to the forwards now. See if they can put a bit of pressure on Harlequins line out here.
Connie Powell looping around off the back with all that pace, and there goes Conkle on the hard and straight line. Bukaboom with the tackle. Miller Mills in and amongst the action as well.
Yeah, nice tackle by Tyson Bukaboom. Just a nice low chop and roll away.
Pena back in a good few metres. All that strength and pace, and Tuima lining up Fleming. Kaboom wrapping up Harlequins in the contact, and there's Conkle skipping through. Oh, it's going to be a try for the Harlequins captain. Straight through the middle, under the posts.
Yeah, I would have bet that she'd score a try today for sure. She is a hard runner. Just a missed tackle, one-on-one tackle, but she's just one of those people you almost need two people to bring down. She is so strong.
A lovely line, wasn't it? Hard and straight. Perfect timing. She'd already done one of those off the line out on this near side, and this time she was in touching distance of the try line.
Which side do you want me on after
Third
this?
try for Harlequins.
Same. Cool.
I wonder how relaxed Angie Tuima will be right in front of the posts.
I'm going to tell you now, that is where I am the least relaxed taking a kick. That's where all the pressure is. You can't miss those ones.
I feel like she definitely gave that one a bit more welly that time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of, sometimes you're a bit closer and some people, don't strike it like they naturally would. I can't do that. I'm such a routine person. Like, I could never just give it a soft little nudge. I'm sure it's annoying for the ball retrievers because even when I'm right in front of the post, I'm absolutely smashing it through. But yeah, just more about my routine, I guess.
Yeah, process. You've got to keep that process, haven't you? Shell kicking it deep into that corner once again, putting Harlequins under some pressure.
Yeah, it seems to be the perfect spot there for the kickoffs. It's not deep enough that they're kicking straight back, but yeah, just enough. Abby Dow is getting up and put some pressure on the receiver.
Packer with the box kick. Shell with White. Needing some support. Cooksey, show and go, stepping back in towards traffic, but most importantly towards some support as well. And Mattinson now with Thompson, straight down the throat of Ellie Kildun. He puts boot to ball again and sees a bit of clear turf. And that is bouncing to Ellie Kildun, who will not miss from here. Of course, Ellie Kildun. A kick, a chase, a fortunate bounce, and a score for the Harlequins fullback.
Yeah, that was a lovely kick. I thought it was actually a pretty good distance by Lisa Thompson, but it's just probably the last person you want to put that directly in her hands. Just a tough bounce for Chloe Rowley, just hard to react to that. I think she thought that was going to bounce out of bounds, obviously ended up going the other direction. And yeah, just really good awareness by Ellie Kildun. That's why she's one of the best, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Stick it over the side though.
Fourth try for Harlequins. Just as Trailfinders felt like they were getting back into this and closing the gap to only 4 points. Just a bit short that time by Tuima. 51 points for her this season. It's the try once again. Just an unfortunate bounce, isn't it? That's the deal with these artificial surfaces, perfectly flat. You can't judge the bounce of a rugby ball. Quins then. Conkle. Packer with the box. Ooh, Rolly just misjudging that, and we're going to come back for the scrum, for the knock-on.
Yeah, just unfortunate there, isn't it? Little misread. Sometimes it's hard to tell when the ball's in flight. I could never be a fullback for that reason. I think my depth perception is so off. I would be all over the, well, multiple reasons I think why I could never be a fullback, let's be honest. But that's one of my fears.
Well, you've got the boot, haven't you?
And that is all I have to contribute to that 15 jersey, I think.
I'm sure there's a few more skills than that. Tackling at fullback is a highly acquired skill, and you've got that in droves. So
yeah, I think I'm better though in close quarters. I don't know. Someone run at me open field. I think I'd be confused.
I had a discussion with somebody about this recently. How I think tackling at fullback is probably one of the most difficult places to tackle.
Yeah, almost a bit Sevens-esque, isn't it?
Kildun storming again. Maybe 1 foot in touch, and Newman cutting inside. It was. And we're going to have a line out to Trailfinders.
Yeah, maybe just a bit of miscomms between Kildun and Newman. I think she wanted her to switch a bit earlier. They're both kind of running the same line, and yeah, it looked like she was flirting with the touch line. Ooh, yeah, definitely a close call.
We'd love to see that in uber slow-mo, wouldn't we? Evans to Pinnock off the top, whipped away by Mattinson. Bukaboom. Thompson in the pocket once again, that's a big boot. Katie Powell whipping it over to Kildun. Sends that one high. Abby Dow collecting the loose ball.
Looks like Quins have gotten the ball back from this. Really good kick again by Ellie Kildun, just seeing a bit of space. Nice contestable kick.
Driving with the forwards. Looking to get some players out wide, and that's a big tackle.
Shy Pinnock doing what she does best. That girl can tackle. She is physical.
Oh my goodness, that was ferocious. Quins though still ambling onward. There's Powell with a typical charge. And there's the penalty. And it was another monster hit from Shia Pinnock.
Yeah, I mean, that's just showing some serious work rate, isn't it? You know, getting up from absolutely dumb tackling someone to be the inside support and poach the ball, give your team the turnover. That's what it's going to take to come back in this game for Trailfinders. So, going to need some more of that.
Cool, blimey. That was a big hit, wasn't it? It's one to warm up the shoulders, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those ones that, you know, you might, if there were a TMO, you'd watch that again. But for now, we'll just enjoy it.
This is the first one to make the tackle and then try and contest the breakdown as well. And this, the second. Shell seeing some space. Well taken by Kildun. One-on-one with her old mate Abby Dow.
Oh, I'd say the people are dying to see that matchup. I know I have. Ellie Kildun and Abby Dow going one-on-one.
They thought about it, didn't they? Kildun was like, okay, I'll just wait this time. Mattinson there with the tackle. Conkle, all just ripped, and Leatherman somehow coming away with it. Shia Pinnock was in there with the hit, but we're coming back for the advantage.
Yeah, again, this is, I think, the third or fourth time that Trailfinders have been pinged for not rolling away. So they're going to have to focus on that. I'd say is pretty quick on the call, but one of the most important things, I guess, if you're not rolling away, is just making sure that nobody's in there contesting that breakdown. So they'll want to watch that. Maybe something to touch base about at halftime.
Trailfinders 10, Harlequins 26. 4 tries to 2. It's a bit of an overthrow, and Burton picking up the loose ball. Bit of a slip there. Shell under some pressure. Most importantly for Trailfinders, though, in possession, inside their own 22. And it's a penalty to Harlequins. Well, another chance for Quins to nudge this one into the corner and put the pressure on through the line out once more.
Yeah, Trailfinders' maul defense has been quite good, so we'll see how they manage this. Like I said, it doesn't look like they're really competing, kind of staying down and just getting set, ready to hit, so I'm not surprised.
Bit of a trick line-out play to the front there, and here comes the drive. Harlequins are in with try number 5. Well, it looks like it was Connie Powell that came up with the ball. We'll have a look again. Great play from the line out.
Yeah, just they didn't even put the jumper in the air. It's just a nice way to get kind of a quick set maul. Obviously, opposition is waiting for you to go up and come back down. So looks like they just hit Caitlin Leaney while she was kind of still moving forward, and just took Trailfinders too long to adjust and transition. This is my least favorite place to kick from on this pitch. So let's see if Lange could do a better job than I do, but
What's wrong with that particular spot?
I don't know. I think it became mental after a while. I used to kick from here during training, and I actually think I was like 1 for 40 in my attempts at training. So I always told the girls when we had home games, I'm like, please don't score over there.
Well, it looks like Tuima's finding it equally as challenging.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a cursed spot, I think.
It's where the camber is in the pitch probably as well. A bit close to the barrier. Feels a bit claustrophobic maybe.
Yeah, I also think it's just kind of at the start of the wind tunnel over in that corner, so you're getting, I don't know, that's what I always blame it on anyways. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, a bit of a gust. We'll say it. We'll say it's that. Trailfinders 10, Harlequins 31. 5 tries and 3 conversions for Quins. Packer might give another forward pod. Less than 6 minutes to play in this opening half. Well, he makes the catch this time and starts to skip through the defence, and that's a lovely break. Still pirouetting forward and wrapped up now by Conkle & Co. Pinnock pulling it back. Trying to nudge that one along Thompson. Cooksey in there too, and somewhere along the lines it's been knocked on.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Trailfinders trying to play at the back, and sometimes, just kind of takes that one bad pass, that low reaching pass, and then it's just a kind of a knock-on effect from there. Sometimes you just need someone to grab it and just take it into contact. But
chance to see new signing Rory Wood on this near side of the scrum for Trailfinders. 6 foot tall.
Yeah, it's always funny scrummaging on her in training, and you're like, why am I so high? But yeah, I always forget how tall she is. She could honestly probably play anywhere in the pack.
Good drive from Trailfinders. Tuima pulling it back to Powell, and now called Dern, getting it over to Wilcock, and that's bobbling ball lost forward, and we will have a scrum to Trailfinders.
Yeah, just a bit of a high pass there from Ellie Kildun. Kind of a tough one to catch. Again, we had an opportunity there for the Ellie and Abby one-on-one, but they don't seem to want to go at each other today.
Maybe it's just a mutual agreement that we won't show each other up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we just want a clean foot race, don't we, side by side.
That's all we're asking for. That's why I'm here.
It's not much to ask. It's a lovely firm pitch, flat. This is perfect territory. Mattinson then away from the scrum. Thompson. Oh, Rolly through the middle. That's a wonderful line, but it's gone forward. Oh, it was a beautiful set play.
Oh, I'd have to see that one again. I don't know.
Well, here it is. Thompson here. Yeah, that's forward to me, I think. Just, I would have been not given, plenty of times, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not overly windy. I think if there's a little bit of a gust, I might let that one go, but beautiful play nonetheless.
Shows what could be to come for Trailfinders.
Yeah, we'd like to see the ball in our back three's hands a bit more. They are such a threat.
There is the penalty at the scrum. And I think that might be new girl Rory Wood picking that one up.
My fellow Canadian, yeah, she is a strong lady. Actually, the whole front row, Olivia Leatherman, has just been brilliant since she got here as well. So those two props, I would not want to scrummage against the two of them, that's for sure.
Is it nice having a few more Canadians around the place?
Yeah, I think we're taking over. So yeah, I love having them around, and especially all good people. Everyone who kind of understands that this is not a Canadian summer. If one more person asks me if this is what summer's like in Canada.
But Bukaboom on the charge, straight into those Quinn's shoulders, and Wood driving offload. There's the score for Zachary. Lovely, lovely finish for Trailfinders to pick up try number 3 on the cusp of half-time.
That is exactly what you want to do going into halftime. Get a score, get a bit of momentum. And I love these stacking moments of brilliance. You have Rory Wood, who wins the penalty in the scrum for Trailfinders. Next play, carries the ball, brilliant offload to Zachary into space. It's just, seeing these kind of back-to-back moments of brilliance from different players. That's what, like I said, what it's going to take. So, love to see it. No one's making Julia Schell's job easy, though, with all these scores on the 5-meter line. I feel for her right now.
It's great to see Wood just get her arms free in that contact. She knew that the support from Zachary was going to be there. Pena, just a bit too eager. Shell's just thinking, what are you doing? And she nails it as well from out wide. So then, half-time score. It's 3 tries to 5. Trailfinders 17, Harlequins 31. Well, Emma, a fantastic opening 40.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting rugby. Anybody watching this game right now definitely cannot claim that they're bored. Lots of action on both sides of the ball.
Right, so let's take a look at these tries then. It was a strong start from Harlequins. And it was that opening score from Sylvia Tirani, breaking through the tackles and stretching out for the line. That was Claudia Peña's try, showing that strength, the Harlequin centre. This is the response, though. The try from Kat Evans, who we mentioned scores those for fun. But it's been some great work from the forwards in the driving maul in this game, Emma.
Yeah, definitely. Forwards are keeping them in this game at the moment. You know, with the mauls and like we saw with those turnovers, the scrum pens. Yeah, they're definitely holding their own right now.
This was try number 2, Tyson Bukaboom. Captain's score, try number 3 for Harlequins. Jade Conkle driving through on a lovely hard line. Maybe the pick of the bunch, perhaps, this score. Huge boot from Ellie Kildern, and getting ever so fortunate with the bounce, but she's always in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, you got to be good to be lucky, don't you? So can't fault her for that. It was a great kick.
And this Harlequin's own driving more from the line out. And right on the cusp of half-time, this fantastic score from Trailfinders to close the gap. Kate Zachary will be happy to get a score, I'm sure.
Yeah, and like you said, it was just a nice read by Rory Woods. She saw that one of the Quins defenders had shot up a bit, given her a little gap, and then, yeah, got her long arms free.
Right, second half to come. Trailfinders 17, Harlequins 31. We'll be back after the break. These are the highlights from the Exeter Chiefs game 4 weeks ago.
After the postponement of their game last weekend, Exeter Chiefs finally got the chance to play their 100th competitive fixture. But Trailfinders were in no mood to give the Chiefs an easy ride on their big day in the capital. Some slick passing sending winger Grace White over for the game's first try after just 90 seconds. A shock for the league leaders, but they soon started to show their power up front, and Hope Rogers crashed through the Trailfinders' defence to level the scores. It was the start of a memorable afternoon for the Exeter prop. But not before the home side showed some muscle of their own. Trailfinders were full of confidence after last week's win over Sale, and hooker Kat Evans peeled off the back of a driving maul to restore their lead. But after that, the Chiefs found another gear, with Rogers leading the charge. She finished off another drive in the corner for her second try. And a few minutes later, she dived over again to give Exeter the lead for the first time in the match. And before half-time, they extended that advantage by showing another side to their game. The ball worked wide for winger Sabrina Poulin to dash over, and the visitors had the bonus point score. They led 22-10 at the break. Trailfinders reduced that deficit quickly in the second half. After Exeter number 8 Rachel Johnson was sin-binned for a high tackle, a line-out drive by the home side was finished by Kat Evans for her second try of the game. But even when reduced to 14 players, Exeter had too much power, especially from one player. Try number 4 from Hope Rogers kept the Chiefs in control. But it wasn't entirely a one-woman show. Another line-out drive delivered Exeter's 6th try, but not scored by Rogers this time. Instead, hooker Emily Totosi touched down. That effectively settled the contest, but there was still time for the Chiefs to add their most exciting score of the game. They went through the phases before fly-half Liv McGovern broke the line and sent Katie Buchanan over in the corner. The last word went to Trailfinders, with Annabelle Meta snatching the try bonus point with the clock in the red. But it's now 8 wins out of 8 for the Chiefs. Final score, Trailfinders 22, Exeter Chiefs 41.
Quins ready and raring to go. Trailfinders will be receiving the kick at the start of this second half. 17 points to 31. It is very chilly, very fresh, a bit biting. A competitive first half with 8 tries. Burton under the ball at the restart, straight into Conkle. And Emma, what do you think the message from the coaches would have been at halftime for Trailfinders?
I think, kind of like I said, just keep playing in the right areas of the pitch. But I think something that would be important for Trailfinders here is they're going to have to score first, I think, to start off the second half.
Looks like they've got a replacement at scrum half as well for Trailfinders. Quins on the attack. Big hit from the Trailfinders defence.
Yeah, I think this change-up is good. Obviously, Katie Madison, like, incredible game management skills and everything. It'd be good to have Ella on here, just kind of pick up the pace, a little fresh legs, nice quick ball.
Kilden down the 5 metre channel, grubbering through again, and Shields is also on the field for Trailfinders, and Vicky Laughlin as well coming in at fullback. So Trailfinders ringing the changes. Powell. Tuima, Kilden, shipping it out wide and trying to get it off the toe of Newman, but it rolls into touch.
Yeah, excited to see Vicky Laughlin back on the pitch for Trailfinders. She's been away on some sevens duty, so yeah, I bet she's probably rearing to go out there. Good to get her a good 40 minutes.
She's joint top try scorer this year for Trailfinders, 4 tries alongside Abby Burton, who got a hat-trick a couple of games ago against Sale Sharks. Anne-Marie.
Yeah, and this is a Prem debut for Sam Shields. Looks like she's come on at 10 for Julia Schell.
Katie Powell. Kilden diligently putting boot to ball. Thompson sees some space and returns, and Powell is there. What's she going to do with it here? Wants to run this time and breaks through on halfway. Still going down the short side, Harlequins.
Yeah, I think Powell's been impressive this season. She's big attacking threat, good with ball in hand, and she's been managing the backfield well there. There's a couple times Lisa Thompson's put in what I thought were like some huge kicks, and she's been covering that space very well. So she's a good signing for Quins.
Quins going through a lot of legwork here in and around halfway, pulled back by Tirani there.
Beautiful interception there, good read by Ella Emery. Oh, it looks like Quins have come back with the ball though. I don't know if she stripped it back in contact.
Kilden in some space against Dow. Here's that foot race, cutting back inside, and oh, just the pass, a bit too much on it. Leedy, Bukaboom, as Thompson pulls it back with Woods, and now this is Trailfinders on the attack.
Strong carry by Grace White. She's one of those players, she just always gets meters. Really good at give and go forward.
More Thompson. pulled back by Evans, and Dow is in there as well, and this is Shields, looks to grubber that one through and does really well to pick that back off her toes. And there's Amory off the deck to Pinnock, charging forward, rampaging run from Shire Pinnock into the 22 now. Wood holds that up really nicely, and Shields is there. Kaboom into contact once more, getting through a lot of carries in this game, and there's Zachary Burton in support with the clear out, but we're back for the penalty.
This is just such good attack by Trailfinders. Just these last minute tip passes, and even though Tyson Bukaboom gets brought to ground and she just sees Shai Pinnock there running, offloads off the ground, keeps the ball alive. So your second row is doing some serious work there. So yeah, this is the Trailfinders attack that we love to see.
So Thompson into touch. Not taken at the top of the line out. Driving forward. This has got good momentum, and Trailfinders, we're coming under the posts for the penalty try, and it's try number 4 and the bonus point for Trailfinders.
Penalty try means there's going to be a yellow card. I'm not sure exactly who it's going to go to. Looks like, is that Harriet Miller Mills?
Yeah, I think it is. So, penalty try, 7 points for Trailfinders, and the yellow card as well.
This is exactly what Trailfinders would want coming into this first half or second half. Get the momentum, get a first score, and now they get one player advantage as well for the next 10 minutes. So they'll have to score.
Abby Burton with the step and with the break. Well, she read that defensive line beautifully there. Great way to carry that momentum through. Lovely pullback from Bukaboom. There's Zachary. Trailfinders with a tank full of steam now. White down the touchline. It's amazing what a score does for you, isn't it?
I was just going to say, you can just see the fire come alive here. Just like I said, a few changes at half, just bring some fresh legs onto the pitch. Already those people have made such a big impact. So
Quins with the penalty.
Yeah, it's a crucial turnover for Quins, isn't it?
More not releasing.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see Quins try to slow this down. Gonna kill the clock a bit, try to get their player back on the pitch.
Line out on halfway then. Interesting time of the game for Harlequins. Trailfinders now within a score and with an extra player advantage.
Yeah, it looks like there's advantage coming here for Quins. Some sort of infraction there in the mall.
Crossfield kick. Dow couldn't quite get underneath it, and that's underneath with Wilcock, who's charging into the 22. Double tackle from Dow and White. Now there's the charge. Looking to pummel through the defence with Conkle this time. Quins have got plenty of numbers to the right, and Trailfinders reading this in defence. Conkle was there again, and Packer looking to go out wide, and it's Powell over in the corner An excellent response from Harlequins to take try number 6.
Yeah, it's just a bit too easy, wasn't it? You kind of, wonder, you'd be looking here, Trailfinders defense just getting way too narrow. They're the ones with one player up, so shouldn't be that much space on the edge for Quins at all.
Kaylee Powell with the score.
Tough spot to kick from, though, so if you're going to let a team score, it's good at least to be on the edge, hopefully depriving them of the extra points.
Well, she's going to take over the kicking duty here. Good effort, not quite enough on it though. It just shows the confidence that Harlequins have got this season to go a player down and then to find loads and loads of space and drive for a score immediately afterwards.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, even when Trailfinders played down, or up, I guess, at Leicester Tigers, and they went down a player, and sometimes that's when teams come alive, isn't it? You just go into the reserves and dig deep, and that's what Quins just did there.
Kilton sending that into touch for a Trailfinders line-out.
Yeah, it's a good, good place for Trailfinders to attack from. Wonder if we'll see them put some of their speedsters into space from here.
Bit of a fumble at the line-out. It's as if Tirani has come away with that, and it is going to be Quinn's ball.
Yeah, that was one of those funny ones, wasn't it? There's a little fumble. I just wasn't sure exactly who had possession. But yeah, it'll be a Quinn scrum here. Quins are down a flanker. I imagine they'll look to kind of strike this back quickly, get the ball out, knowing they're down a person in the scrum.
Great drive from Trailfinders. That's the sort of pressure you want to put on when you've got an extra player in the pack.
Yeah, exactly. That was managed pretty well from Quins, but yeah, good drive from Trailfinders. I think the ref must have thought it just spun around there. There was no forward movement, so Trailfinders are going to have to kind of dig, push them back a bit. Well, it looks like Quins have decided to put someone on the flank.
Yeah, Beth Wilcott running in from the right wing.
Backs love that as well. They get so excited. Oh my God, they all want to be that person.
Well, it's seemingly made a difference as well. Powell to Ema, pulling it back. More patience from the breakdown. There's Concourt. Just taking a step from the breakdown allows that Trailfinders defence to step up one more. Hard line through the middle. Mueller with half a break there for Quins, and a lot of bodies lurking in and around that breakdown.
Looks like a bit of a double turnover there. We had Burton that turned the ball over, and then Quins got it back. So both teams are going to have to look after that breakdown a bit better. You could just hear that contact from up here, couldn't you? Tyson Boogaboom and Jade Conkle.
Newman in some space, charging here. White gets fended and Laughlin is there with the tackle. She's gone from one side of the pitch to the other. That was a fantastic run from Newman. Quins now getting the forwards involved, and it's been lost forward. Picked up by Trailfinders in their own 22. That was Stathopoulos.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. I think that was Olivia Leatherman. Forced the knock on there in the contact.
Thompson looking to ship wide, and Abby Dow is on the wing here. Steps, cuts back inside. Still going forward. Wilcott there with the tackle. Burton, head first into that Quins defence. Shields. Amory back to Thompson, who finds space with the boot, and that is rolling nicely for a wonderful 50-22. That is a superb nudge.
Yes, Lisa Thompson, that girl, I have never seen somebody kick with a distance like that. Yeah, unbelievable, and just, obviously incredible execution, but just the right idea. They've been pinned in their own end, just, being able to look up, see that space, and just execute it perfectly.
I mean, that's a 60-plus metre kick there, and she's been looking for that all day, and finally just got it over the covering defence. Now, I've got a couple of replacements coming on. Liz Craig and Cassandra Tuffnail on for Olivia Leatherman and Rory Wood, who has had a fantastic debut, Rory Wood.
Yeah, she has, and honestly, I'm really excited about these substitutions. I think Trailfinders are using their bench really well. I mean, you have Liz Craig and Cass, who are both experienced international rugby players, so they're going to come on and just increase the level of physicality here.
Bit of treatment for Connie Powell. (24-36) as we approach the end of the third quarter. 10 tries scored. Superb return. Great drive from Trailfinders. Motoring forward. Quins doing well just to slow it up. Here comes the next drive. Inching towards the corner, and there's the try for Trailfinders.
Liz Craig just comes on the field, and I think that was her who dabbed the ball down.
Well, we'll take a look at it again, because that was a beauty. Forward muscle, the drive into the corner, they kept it in field. Absolutely textbook. And indeed, Liz Craig with the score.
I think Quins also, it looks like they had somebody kind of go down on their knee there in the maul, so they're going to have to be careful because they already have a card for that. Could be another penalty try. This is, again, the haunted kicking spot, and I don't think you can get any farther on the edge than that.
It's a tight angle. Trailfinders 29, Harlequins 36. It was a lovely peel off, wasn't it? Finding space to do that when you're deep in the corner is very difficult to do as well. Burton again. Ooh, power. Miller Mills back on the field from that yellow card and sent back to the floor. Kildun here. Show and go up against Dow. Tries to get the offload away under a lot of pressure.
Really good double tackle there.
Tuima. Powell. Pena. Gets over halfway. Now with the forwards as Tuima lifts it again. Conkle looking for that hard line off Tuima again.
Yeah, she's been running those off the shoulder lines and she is very good at them.
Lovely linking passing from Quins, trying down the 5-metre channel this time.
Trailfinders' defense is solid here. You know, Quins have only gotten a few meters up the field. They're holding on to the ball, but defense is good.
Kildun going backwards. Good charge down by Cooksey, and Kildun now just skipping through, and that's a big tackle from Tuffnail. Churning through the phases here, Harlequins. Again, looking for that short pass. Miller Mills into contact, and it's Trailfinders who get the penalty. Grace Moore with the tackle.
Yeah, Grace Moore with the tackle, and then just that unbelievable second effort. Like I said, that's been like kind of the positive theme here for Trailfinders, the second efforts. You know, the way she just stuck in that contact, got the turnover, and here we are. We have Lisa Thompson, who I imagine is going to absolutely nudge this down the pitch.
Well, last time she had that big nudge, won that 50-22, we got that try for Liz Craig, so plenty for Trailfinders at this next line out. All the options into the final quarter.
Bit messy, but Trailfinders retain ball. Good job by them.
Shields there, straighten things back up. Emery. Big tackle, shot tackle there from Leany. It's a real clattering tackle, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even like to look at that, to be honest, so never makes you feel good.
Great to have so much support here today. It is a really chilly one, isn't it? Lots of Harlequins support here as well.
Yeah, it's always good to have a little London derby, and yeah, Quins are really just down the road, aren't they? About 20 minutes away. For anyone watching, it looks like Grace is moving down there all right, so she doesn't seem, whatever it is, might have been like a dead leg or something. She is up.
Well, Caitlin Leany was the tackler, and she came in so low, didn't she? Really chopped the lower legs away from Grace Moore. Those tend to hurt, don't they?
Yeah, it could have been like a little knee on knee, sometimes like a knee into the quad, especially when it's this cold. You get like the dead legs and those contusions, those never feel great, so. But she is up, and looks like she's staying on the pitch. Looks like Roe Burnfield actually also came on the pitch a few minutes ago for Tyson Bookeboom. So yeah, some big experience. Good to have her back as well. She was out injured with a sternum injury, I believe. So she's back in the mix. Brings a lot of experience and a lot of fire.
So Harlequins scrum then. Concourt peels off the base and goes on her own against Thompson. Burton, of course, was there to stop her in her tracks, and there's Miller Mills. Packer gets it away. Murray was in there with the tackle this time.
Yeah, it looks like Trailfinders are definitely pushing hard up on defense on the edge, trying to take away that miss, like bridge pass, and you could see that Lange wanted to throw it there, but I think Ella was in her face.
There's the penalty for Trailfinders, rewarded once again at the breakdown. Burnfield, this time rewarded.
I'm getting a bit nervous now, to be honest.
It's close, isn't it? Only one score. Do you find it more nervous watching or playing?
Oh, watching. I have a hard time watching, but
You can't impact it. You can't impact what's happening when you're watching, can you, like you can on the pitch?
yeah, that's why I don't know if I'd ever be able to coach for that reason. You know, you just have to stand there, but
Stathopoulos. At the line out then. To Burton on the top. Here comes that Trailfinders drive. Quins will try and stop this with all that forward muscle. They're back to full strength. You can hear the cheers from the touchline. Can they muscle their way over? All the bodies are in. 13 in that drive, and now they're going to look to recycle this. Amory away. Thompson shoulders into contact. Burnfield this time looking to use that experience. Pinnock in there with the support for the drive. Now they look to ship it. Shields, Cooksey, Laughlin shows, goes and scores in the corner. Her 5th try of the season. And Trailfinders closing the gap to just 2 points.
that is exactly why I always said that you'd want to get the Trailfinders back three back into this game. There's not a single one of them back there that isn't a threat with ball in hand. And Vicky Laughlin, one of the best finishers in the league, I believe.
It's so much easier to fluff those chances. She got it as close as she could to the post as well.
Yeah, we'll see Ella Amory kicking off the tee because Julia Shell did go off at half. So
15 minutes to play. A chance to level it. Well, not to be, but they are still well in this game, Trailfinders, who currently sit 6th in the league. Harlequins are top, and at the moment on course to get their 9th consecutive win. This was the finish again. Laughlin, who came on at half-time at fullback with a lovely finish.
It's a good kick by Sam Shields again. Nellie Kildan, she's never far from the ball, is she? But
Great tackle from Shields as well. Conkle up against Dow, brushes her off. Stathopoulos within there to finally make the tackle. There's a real sense of urgency about this game.
yeah, Trailfinders doing a really good job to shut off that wide pass, kind of leaving Quins really with just their tight game, which has been really good. So we'll see if they can kind of keep this up.
Packer sees a bit of space around the fringes. Shields is there with the tackle. Spurrier getting into the breakdown. There's Phillips. Kaylee Powell. It's dropped and hacked on, and Zachary chasing after this one. Oh, Pena has just missed that, and Zachary is here on the line. What a pickup, and what a score from the Trailfinders captain. My goodness, the bounce of the ball once again, this time in Trailfinders' favour. And they have taken the lead for the first time in this game with a little more than 10 minutes on the clock. And it all came from this spilled ball.
I thought I was going to have to turn my mic off there. I think I might scream or cry. I don't know. But that was brilliant. And who better than Captain Fantastic?
I tell you what, the ball control as well, and that pickup at the end is so difficult to do.
Yeah, like you see people that do that all the time, and sometimes they just choose to kick it again instead of even trying to pick it up. But yeah, that was really good footballing and kind of handling skills by Kate.
Better effort that time from Ella Amory. Trailfinders 39, Harlequins 36. 13 tries. My goodness, would you give that as a 70-metre score for Kate Zachary? She kicked it twice. This was the pickup. Burton again with the bulldoze carry. Shields charged down. Miller Mills picking that back up, and Trailfinders conceding the penalty.
That's a good effort by Quins. I mean, they're under the pump right now. Obviously, Trailfinders have a bit of momentum. It was a good charge down by Miller Mills. Tall girls doing tall girl things. So, yeah, it was Sam Shields been kicking well this game since she's come on. So she'll just have to shake that one off because they're going to need her to bounce back.
Suima into touch. Here's Phillips at the line out for Quins. Well taken at the top. There comes the drive. It's at the back with Phillips. What can Trailfinders do here to stop this momentum? Less than 5 metres here. Still driving. And it's Quins with the score and the response from Caris Phillips. Harlequins back in front.
Yeah, I mean, they're top of the table for a reason. They're going to come back. Even like I said, the momentum's on Trailfinders' side. Yeah, Trailfinders opting not to compete at the lineouts in their own 22, which obviously we've seen kind of most teams do this season. So yeah, they stayed down. I don't know if maybe they'd want to go up next time, just try to shut them all down early. But yeah, it was a good drive by Quins and really good finish by Karis Phillips. Great experience off the bench for Quins.
Second try in 2 games. Karis Phillips scored in the big game at Allianz Stadium against Leicester Tigers. A very, very important score here. Kaylee Powell. And conversion is no good, and this is once more a 2-point game. Missed the try again, all from that penalty as well at the breakdown. Both sides going to have to be very, very clean in these final 8 minutes.
I think we'll see Lisa Thompson probably put this pretty deep, try to pin Quins into their own end.
Kildun nudging it into touch.
That's exactly what Trailfinders would want there. Big deep kick right in the hands of Kildun, not the best clearance, and yeah, Trailfinders have the ball in a good attacking range.
Zachary off the top, just about keep the ball, and Burnfield with the charge. Abby Burton looking for one of those trademark runs. Amory and Shield linking up well here. White cutting in. Another run with Toughnail. Craik, who scored try number 6 for Trailfinders. Looking for options, and there was Laughlin, my goodness. Straight into a couple of Quins shirts, and Thompson has to take it in on her own.
Strong defense here by Quins. Good hard carries by Trailfinders, just good rugby on both sides.
Trailfinders looking to flood that far touchline with green shirts, and there's the penalty to Harlequins.
I don't know if that was Abby Fleming with the turnover, but she has been the turnover queen this entire season, her and Alex Callender both. I hate playing against the two of them because you can't fall on the ground anywhere near them and they're on the ball.
Powell does the job. Back into Trailfinders territory.
Trailfinders will have to get up in this line out and try to compete, so we'll see if they get someone up.
Going to the front here. Trailfinders choosing not to compete. Quins looking to get this drive moving, and slowly but surely down that 5-metre channel as they now whip it out. And there's the charge. There's Conkle again. It's a time for the captain to make a run. And there's Powell through the middle with some support. She's not going to need it. And Kaylee Powell with a score that might have won Harlequins this game.
Yeah, Kaylee Powell, she's been electric all season. Yeah, she's such a triple threat. She can kick, she can carry, she obviously can pass. So yeah, when she sees a bit of space, she is tough to stop.
Well, it's just that bit of a dogleg between Moore and Burnfield. I think Moore was just limping along there, and it gave the extra space, and she didn't need any support in the end. Try number 8 for Harlequins. Is there any time left for Trailfinders to close the gap?
This is obviously a really important kick, so I think it'll come down to this. Obviously 2 scores will be tough in the last 3 minutes, but if Kaylee Powell can nudge this over, then obviously puts Quins in a bit of a better position.
Oh, well, this is tasty. Kaylee Powell off the post, attempting to convert her own try. And this is where that mental strength comes into play, because there is still a game here.
Every kick counts, and that is exactly why.
Sent deep, and that is bouncing tentatively. And it's tough for Harlequins to clear, and it's collected, and Craig has it for Trailfinders. 5 metres out. And here comes the drive. They need some more green shirts in there. Amory, Burton. Looking for that drive, Conkle in there to stop her. And now it's Captain Kate Zachary. Driving forward with Tufnell this time. Patience for Trailfinders here. Burnfield in support with that drive. Plenty of Quins bodies in there. Shields. Coxey coming in on the hard line, just a metre short. And it is a penalty to Harlequins on their own try line.
Yeah, I think Trailfinders needed to turn it around and start coming back towards the post. I think they also need to consider that they're looking for 7 points here, not 5. Obviously, you back your kickers, but when your main kicker's not on the pitch as well, you have to think about that. And I think they just were trying to go too wide. But there's still some time left in this game. Like I said, they're going to have to get up and compete here. And if they can turn this ball back over, they're still in scoring territory for sure.
They were so close.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of a bad error by Quins off that kickoff. I don't know if that was Newman over on the other side, needed to let that either run through or kind of catch it on the full. But
well, a chance now for Harlequins to run down the clock and run it down with this drive from their own 22. Trailfinders trying to get some bodies in defence. Zachary is in there trying to mess things up. Delgado with ball in hand.
Trailfinders are also going to want to make sure that Quins don't score any more points here. They'll be looking for a losing bonus as well. Keep it within 7 points.
Oh my goodness, here comes the flyer, Claudia Penia. Down the left wing with Newman. Looking to finish with a flourish. Trailfinders flying up in defence. Zachary was there looking for the tackle. Pinnock in there. It's booted into touch. That is it. My goodness, what a game.
My nerves are shot, I think. Looks like there's obviously a bit of heartbreak on the pitch there for Trailfinders. They stuck in it. But yeah, you really couldn't have asked for a more exciting game than that, could you?
15 tries. If you said to Trailfinders at the start of this game, you will score 7 of those, but lose, I don't think they would have quite believed it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously credit to Quins. Like I said, there's a reason why they're top of the table right now. The way that they stayed composed even when they were down the last few minutes of the game and came back and scored. Yeah, so like I said, credit to them, but also, going into this game, I think there were a lot of predictions that it wasn't going to be a close game. So I think Trailfinders are going to be happy. They get a try bonus point, they get a losing bonus point. So to come out of a loss with 2 points, if you're going to lose, that's how you have to do it, So they should be happy for sure.
Well, the scoreline at the end of November was Harlequins 46, Trailfinders 27. Trailfinders have come a lot closer this time, and they were almost so agonisingly close to getting a win. My goodness. We'll have a look at those second half tries. I don't think anybody can quite believe what they've seen. 15 tries, 85 points. And Emma, Trailfinders perhaps best game of the season.
Yeah, like I even think some of the areas, you know, that we've been focusing on that haven't been going very well for us, like even just the lineouts this game have been incredible. So that's, I think, the forwards, all of them, from, you know, the starters to all of the impact subs that came on, everyone would have to be proud with their performance. And yeah, I'm so frustrated for them, but definitely one of the top performances of the season.
Well, Kaylee Powell with her first try of the game there. In the second half, this was another big drive, and it was the replacement front row, Liz Crate, that peeled off and got the score in the corner. What if the cold weather was keeping you biting? It was nail-biting action, wasn't it? Because this just closed the gap once more. Vicky Laughlin back in the squad, back on the score sheet with try 5. Her 5th try of the season. This, though, Emma, Captain Fantastic with a great score.
Yeah, I think like this is, to me, kind of on par with that Ellie Kildunn try. You know, obviously a different type of kick, not so much like the strategic territorial kick, but just, you know, kicking through, getting a good bounce, and sometimes just all about the effort in the chase. And if you chase it hard, you know, you can always get a good bounce on your side and finish it off.
That Zachary try put Trailfinders in front for the first time in the game, but this was the immediate response from the kickoff. A penalty conceded, a kick to the corner, and a drive and a score from Karis Phillips, just showing how important it is to keep a clean defensive line. And this is the score that really did it. Kaylee Powell with her second. She got it close to the post, but hit the post with the conversion, and almost saw Trailfinders score in the final 2 minutes. It wasn't to be. Emma, how would you describe that game?
Yeah, like I just think there was energy all over the pitch. Like it was electric. Like that score is almost like a basketball game, is it not? Like just the way it was back to back, kind of one side of the pitch to the other. But like I said, it was entertaining. Moments of brilliance from both sides. From kind of the literally 1 to 15 on both sides, or 1 to 23, I guess. Kind of some really good moments in the lineouts from both sides. Strong carries like Jade Conkle, Abby Burton, Tyson Bukaboom all game. But then also seeing the back three, Ellie Kildunn, Abby Dow, Vicky Laughlin kind of doing their thing. So yeah, just a good performance from both teams, from the full squad.
Well, Trailfinders pushed them close. They come away with two bonus points rather. Harlequins with their 9th consecutive win of the season to continue their top of the table run. 15 tries, 85 points. We've seen it all here at Trailfinders Sports Club. What an evening of action to start 2025. Final score then, Trailfinders 39, Harlequins 46. Emma, thanks so much for joining us. I'm freezing cold. Until next time, good night.